Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Joe Zone on sports. This is the Newswatch 16 update.
Heavy rains can also cause some trouble in storm drains, and tonight they did. Among the many street corners inundated by the up to 1-inch rainfall was this one in the Green Ridge section of Scranton. It seems the bottom of Woodlawn Street and Boulevard Avenue fills up with water, especially with all the leaves in the streets. Some cars, including a Newswatch 16 vehicle, found some problems developed after having to drive through the high water.
Coming up, keeping watch for signs of rabies.
Plus, we'll take a trip to the dentist's office to learn about the latest method to take a bite out of pain. The stories as Newswatch 16 update continues.
Keystone Dodge is Vanland. Yes, Vanland. Keystone Dodge has more vans in stock at any time than any other dealership. Vans with captain's chairs, TVs, bars, refrigerators, every option you can think of. And vans for just plain work. Here in Vanland, you'll find a van you can use and want. Remember, Keystone Dodge is Northeast Pennsylvania's #1 Dodge dealership, and price is the reason. Keystone Dodge, Lehigh Street at Route 309, Allentown.
When it comes to going to the dentist, many of us know that numbing feeling that lingers for some time after we leave the chair. Well, there's a way to avoid that. Newswatch 16's Valerie DeVine reports dentists have a method of taking some of the hassle and pain out of an office visit.
With one quick stick of a needle, Janet Conti of Peckville is ready to have her tooth filled. Her dentist is using the latest in dental techniques, a method of anesthesia that doesn't hurt quite as much or last quite as long. The reason? It's injected into just one tooth at a time and doesn't affect the whole mouth.
It's usually for someone that doesn't have anything major to do. Usually small children are good candidates, and somebody that just has an isolated small little filling to do.
Janet's filling is a small one, so she's a good candidate for this method of anesthesia. So how does she feel after it's all over?
Good. Didn't hurt at all.
Do you think that procedure is better than the other one?
Oh yeah. Your whole mouth is numb the other way. This way it's only one tooth.
Dentists say that this procedure is a little bit less intimidating, mainly because you're using a syringe instead of a gun. And for doctors and their patients, all that means is that they're one step closer to painless dentistry. Valerie DeVine, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
It's about time.
Go home.
Yes.
Don't like the sound of that drill.
No, I was cringing on that. Any rain to go out to the backyard tonight, Tom?
Well, for a minute there, I thought I had to build an ark. It was coming down like crazy. Well, the radar behind me now indicates that the heavy rain has left the area, but stay tuned. I'll tell you if there's any more on the way.
Hi, I'm Lee Hummel from Hummel Automotive Supply, your Napa jobber in the Susquehanna Valley. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or need a professional, let us help you get your car ready for spring with quality parts from Napa.
Buy any combination of 2 oil or air filters and get a free Napa mug. 6-year power batteries are just $49.95 with trade.
Jeff, look what Daddy gave me. Hey, I want one.
Here, everyone can have one.
Hummel Automotive Supply, serving the Susquehanna Valley with 2 locations in Lewisburg and Northumberland.
There's a stuntman in France who has one of the hottest acts in Europe, literally. Pascal Triomphe has just broken 2 world records. First, he crashed through 32 sheets of burning plywood strapped to the hood of the car. And as if that wasn't enough, he was then sealed in a wooden box. The box was set on fire and a speeding car smashed into it. Pascal survived with just a couple of scratches. Believe it or not.
And kids, do not try that at home, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Please.
Unbelievable.
Did you believe that or not?
Well, you know what that is?
What?
That's incredible.
Yes, I guess it is.
Right. Hey, would you believe that we've just had the heaviest rain in 2 months? 1.1 inches. And that's just in the past 7 hours here in the backyard. So we've had enough rain for a while, but I'm afraid it's not going to stay dry the next couple days. Outside now, thank goodness, it's not raining. We have a cloudy sky, however, and the temperature is at 57. Humidity, 88%. The wind northwest at 6. And the old barometer is rising from 30.16 inches. Range in temperature Monday, 69 and 58. The record high, 83, set back in 79. And 1 year ago today, we had a low of 42. But it will not get that cold here tonight. And our photographer, Doug Engel, brought back a shot of rainwater reflecting tonight off the streets of Scranton, Lackawanna Avenue, right there to be specific. Now, we have a Newswatch 16 color radar just in, and it shows where that heavy rain is now. And there it is off the coast of Pennsylvania now into the border into New York State and New Jersey. That black indicating the very intense rainfall. Allentown, 1.5 inches tonight. But just some scattered showers to our west now, and that will be the weather story the rest of this night. A few off and on light rain showers, nothing too heavy. Now don't adjust the brightness on your TV set. We had a little rainwater leak into one of our spotlights here, and it just blew out before showtime, so bear with us. More rain back to the west, and let's go to the satellite picture and I can show you what's going on along the east coast. And just a lot of clouds all the way down from New England. That satellite picture would show that. But see the winds in the there it is, the winds in the upper atmosphere blowing from southwest to northeast parallel to this front. So the line cannot really go anywhere. It's kind of hung up and stalled, and so more rain is in the forecast right into Wednesday of this week. There was an earthquake Monday afternoon in northwestern North Carolina, only 3.2 on the Richter scale, so it was a minor quake. But look at this down here, very heavy thunderstorms along the same front. That's affecting us. 4 to 6 inches of rain has fallen down that way, but out in the mountains of Colorado tonight, half foot of snow is possible. Now here's my forecast coming up for the rush hour tomorrow morning. No sun whatsoever, a dark and gloomy start, and there could be a shower. I mean the kind without soap and shampoo, if you know what I mean. 51 in Towanda, Larksville, Stroudsburg, Minersville at 57 tomorrow morning. And out there to the west also temperatures pretty much in the 50s tonight, like in West Milton. Now for tomorrow, do not expect to see any major improvement. I think the sky will stay cloudy, but most of the time tomorrow it will not be raining. And that includes during your lunch hour tomorrow. Carbondale 57, Nanacoke, Lehighton, Sunbury, and Williamsport getting up into the upper 50s to near 60 Tuesday afternoon. Now the sun will be coming up this morning at 7:24 behind all those clouds, and will set tomorrow night behind the clouds at 6:10. Okay, a shower, that's about it for the balance of this night, 53. Cloudy skies tomorrow, 59. Now, more rain should come in tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. We just may pick up another half inch of rain. 58 on Wednesday. Cloudy and cool weather will persist this week. So Karen and Nolan, I think we're going to pay this week for how nice it was last week.
Yeah, well,
Yep,
okay. So we got to build up that water supply, right, Tom?
Build up the reservoirs,
Right.
yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Coming up, Joe Zone with this week's new Super 16.
Plus, Tim steps into another Boys in the Bar on this Monday night. The 16 Sports Screen is next.
From Sandown Tires, all-new retread manufacturing plant comes the 5-star quality retreaded tire. Up-to-the-minute retreading technology combined with the highest grade materials and 5 stars rigid manufacturing standards ensure product centuries ahead of yesterday's retreads. 5-star retreads, tires you can trust for quality, dependability, and economy. And now, available in a wide variety of computer-designed tread patterns from Sandown Tire and Battery Service, 730 Wyoming Avenue, Scranton.
The Benmore Restaurant, Main Street, Carbondale, for years the purveyor of excellent Italian and American cuisine, now offers the ultimate dining contest, the Mama Challenge. Chanting up with Mama's cooking, moms everywhere have joined together, alarmed that the Benmore's food may in fact be better than Mom's. The Mama Challenge. Bring your mother to the Benmore, taste our food, and try not to hurt Mom's feelings. The Benmore, Main Street, Carbondale, home of the Mama Challenge.
We We've all heard the slogan, "Keep America Beautiful." Well, in Europe, there's a new campaign to keep France green. And we don't mean green as in grass or trees. We mean green as in frogs. You see, frogs' legs have become so popular in French restaurants that the number of frogs in the field is falling fast. And some say the creatures could become a thing of the past. Frog lovers in France are hopping mad, and a group called the Kingdom of Frogs Society has come up with a strategy to save its frog friends.
For frogs to come back again, it's necessary to not to eat them no more.
But many Frenchmen say they'd rather croak than give up their favorite feast, and many say the Frog Society doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Oh, my.
Oh.
I believe it. Right?
I don't eat them anyway.
Oh, you
no,
don't?
no.
Oh, all right, very good. Speaking about poor frogs, there were some poor, there are a lot of injuries this week in football, Joe.
Some important ones. Kellen Winslow may be out for the rest of it. I mean, he may never play again. He's got that serious an injury with San Diego. Billy Sims, arthroscopic surgery. He may be out for the rest of the year. A lot of injuries this weekend in the NFL, and a guy we've been following for maybe 6-7 years. Bad news for the former Nanticoke and Penn State player Harry Hamilton. He's a rookie defensive back this year with the Jets. He'll miss at least the next 4 weeks, maybe 6. He picked up a knee injury in yesterday's win over Kansas City. The last lonely walk across the field, you'll see it, for Cleveland coach Sam Rutigliano. He took it yesterday after the Browns lost to Cincinnati, their 7th loss this year. Too many as far as Browns management is concerned. Rutigliano fired today, replaced by the team's defensive coordinator. Another night out for the boys in the bar. Tim Carlson and photographer Al Cornack to find out what the boys have on their minds.
Gee, you know, seeing that Baltimore Colts pennant kind of depresses me a little bit. It reminds me of the days when the Colts were in Baltimore. But we're at the Triangle Club in Wilkes-Barre tonight. Maybe the boys in the bar will cheer me up a bit, so let's get to it. You think Coughlin ought to be in the Super 16?
Yes.
Where do you think they ought to be?
Number 1.
Did you hear that, Joe? He wants them to be number 1, buddy. You want to talk about Dallas Cowboys?
Dallas Cowboys, number 1. Put Danny White back in there. Get the hug a bum out.
Hug a bum?
Hug a bum. Hug a bum.
That's pretty nasty.
Yeah, he's a nasty quarterback. He ain't doing him nowhere. Get Danny White in there. At least he takes him to the playoffs.
What about the New York Jets?
If they don't make the playoffs, I'll eat crow.
I heard Joe Zone say that once, and he had to eat crow.
But I'll eat pigeon.
The Coughlin Crusaders, Saturday night, they play a tough game against Wyoming area, 2-0. What did you think about it?
Well, it was a heartbreaker for me, but I couldn't be there because I had other commitments.
What were they?
I almost got married.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Is that the only time you missed a football game?
That was it.
What did the wife have to say? Did you try to talk her into going?
I want to postpone it.
You didn't do that, did you?
Joe Zone, Coughlin should be number 1.
Hey, Joe Zone, Notre Dame's going to win it all next year because Fauci is going, man. Done, because we're going to kill him. Hey, you'll eat pigeon!
Hey, I really had a great time here at the Triangle Club. Appreciate the folks. They didn't get the spelling quite right, but we don't worry about that kind of stuff. Next week, we're out and around once again, give you a chance to talk sports with another Boys in the Bar. We'll see.
He's worried about the spelling. He'll be happy some of those guys can write. Not too many changes in this week's Super 16. That's because almost everybody won. Okay, let's take a look at them. Myers is the new number 16 team. Athens is number 15. They're 7-1. Lord's Regional, the 14th ranked team. They're 7-1. Number 13, State College, undefeated, 7-0-1. Number 12, East Stroudsburg, 7-0. Number 11, Nanticoke, 7-0-1. They dropped because of the tie. Number 10, GAR, they're 6-1. Number 5, number 9, Lee Heighton, they're 8-0. 8th ranked, Montoursville, 8-0, undefeated. Number 7, Honesdale, they're undefeated. Number 6, Hanover, 7-0. Big game coming up this week with Wyoming area. Mount Carmel is number 5, big win this week, 6-1. Number 4, Valley View, 6-1. Number 3, there's Wyoming area, that tough 2-0 win over Coughlin. Number 2, North Pocono, they are 7-0. And number 1, again, Berwick, 8-0. They clinched that Southern Division title already. Annual Tech Central game in Scranton might be played after all on Thanksgiving this year. Group of concerned parents who, well, they feel the game has more meaning on Thanksgiving approached the school board tonight. The school board has approved the game, leaving it up to PIAA to make the final decision. The NFL Monday night game, the Rams won at 24-10 over Atlanta. Let's check the fish and game forecast. forecast for tomorrow. 1 o'clock, 1:15 are real good times. I was worried about spelling.
Yeah. Right. Those guys were nice to you tonight, Joe.
They were.
I mean, come on.
That was the nice bunch.
That's right. Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, the ones you put on the air, the ones you didn't put on the air. Oh, okay, all right. Thanks, Joe. Next, we'll visit a place of business that's a real dive.
But first, here are tonight's winning lottery numbers. The daily number picked tonight is 243. We'll be right back.
Wholesome family entertainment is what you'll get Saturday night on WNEP TV. It's Mutual of Omaha's all-new Wild Kingdom. Marlon Perkins will take you on exciting adventures into the fascinating wonder of the animal world. Travel the world over in search of new places, new people, and new wildlife adventures. Join us Saturday night at 7:30 for the all-new Wild Kingdom, immediately following Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. Right here, only on WNEP TV 16.
Finally tonight, we have a short course on how to make a living on the links.
As Pat Wilkins explains, all you have to do is take a dive every time a not-so-perfect golfer hits a driver.
There is no doubt whatsoever that any golfer around can demonstrate how water hazards eat balls. But I'm probably more qualified than most. See what I mean? Well, it's shots like that that keep a guy by the name of Brad Burton in business.
Brad's business suit is a wetsuit, and his business is retrieving lost golf balls. And he is able to find the balls by feel, sweeping his hands and feet cautiously across the muddy bottoms. And he resells them on a graduating cost scale, depending on how long they've been in the water. And if you think that's an old wives' tale about angry golfers throwing clubs into the water, take John Grimm here.
Well, last summer we were playing a tournament here, and I hit a bad shot and then hit a good one and made the miss the next one. I threw the 3-wood in the water. What the heck with it if I can't play better than that?
He's got that.
You're kidding. He's got it?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Brad's collection of clubs pulled from the depths of water hazards does include Grimm's left-handed 3-wood. Brad also has a collection of what he calls special golf balls. One battered specimen was in the water long enough to grow algae. One in remarkably good shape, considering all it's been through, is named for former Vice President Spiro T. Agnew.
Another hard day at the office.
In Portland, this is Pat Wilkins for ABC News.
Another hard day at the office.
Uh-huh.
Right, you know, Zone was one of those guys that threw the clubs in.
He said he
didn't
threw his whole set of clubs
Oh,
in
the whole
one.
set, yeah. I
But we
believe
all know what a great golfer he is, so we
true.
can understand that. That is our report for tonight.
Next on Nightline, a look at Beirut 1 year after the Marine massacre.
And don't forget to tune in for Newswatch 16 this morning at 6:30 tomorrow.
For the update team, thank you for joining us.
Good night.